Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. The 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel is one of those bikes that speaks softly and carries a big presence. You don't need to scream when your silhouette alone demands attention. From the moment you first see it parked up, there's something undeniably magnetic about it. A bike that straddles the line between classic cruiser charm and modern performance muscle, the CMX850 Rebel is Honda's fresh take on what the modern midsize cruiser should be: raw, relaxed, and radically redefined for the road ahead. Let's take a walk around it. At first glance, the bike carries that familiar low-slung Rebel DNA, the laid-back cruiser ergonomics, the fat tires, the deep sculpted seat, but everything's just that little bit more grown up now. The proportions are bolder, the attitude stronger, from the matte blacked-out engine casings to the subtly machined finishes on the tank and side covers. This isn't just a step up in displacement, it's a full-blown evolution in Honda's cruiser design language. Underneath that beefy tank sits the heart of the CMX850, a liquid-cooled 850cc parallel twin engine derived from the Africa Twin's legendary platform, but tuned specifically for cruiser duty. This engine is all about torque and tractability. We're talking 77 horsepower and 72 Nm of torque, delivered in a smooth but assertive fashion that feels more like a confident wave than a punch. Twist the throttle, and there's this deep, throaty growl that bubbles out of the twin exhausts, a note that's just raspy enough to make your pulse quicken but never obnoxious. It's Honda, after all. Refined rebellion is the name of the game here. Now, when you settle into the saddle, that's where the magic really starts. The seat height is an inviting 27.5 inches, making it incredibly approachable for riders of all sizes. You sit down in the bike, not on it. Legs forward, arms relaxed, bars slightly pulled back. This is cruiser ergonomics done right. The mid-sweater controls give you enough leg stretch without going full chopper. It feels natural, effortless. And the ride? Smooth as silk, but with just enough edge. Thanks to the upgraded 43-inch Showa SFF BP front forks and dual piggyback rear shocks, the suspension is more than capable of soaking up city potholes and backroad imperfections without ever feeling mushy. It's not trying to be a sport bike, but in typical Honda fashion, there's a level of composure and feedback that makes the CMX850 surprisingly agile in corners. Low-speed handling is especially confidence-inspiring thanks to the low center of gravity and a very manageable 223 kg wet weight. Whether you're lane-slitting in city traffic or cruising out on the open road, it's easy to forget you're riding an 850cc machine. Honda's also taken steps to keep things rider-friendly with an updated electronics suite. You've got ride-by-wire throttle, selectable ride modes Standard, Rain, and Sport, as well as Honda selectable torque control, which acts like traction control to give you peace of mind when the road gets slippery. ABS comes standard, of course, but it's tuned in such a way that it never feels intrusive. Everything is designed to support you without ever taking the fun away. And then there's the slipper assist clutch, a subtle but crucial touch. Pulling in the clutch lever is almost effortless, and downshifts are silky smooth, especially when you're hustling the bike through tighter city streets. It's these little touches that make a big difference in day-to-day riding, especially on longer hauls where fatigue can creep in. Lighting is all LED, from the classic round headlamp to the minimalist indicators and sleek tail section. The headlamp in particular has this modern halo ring with a vintage twist that adds to the bike's visual identity. Distinct, bold, unmistakably Rebel. The instrument cluster is a 4-inch negative LCD display, crisp, clear, and perfectly legible even under direct sunlight. It's not a TFT, but the minimalist styling suits the bike's retro meets modern aesthetic. Speed, gear position, fuel economy, and mode selection are all displayed intuitively. Let's talk color schemes. The 2025 CMX850 Rebel comes in 3 stunning options: gunmetal black metallic for the stealth riders, pearl smoky gray for those who like understated elegance, and a new deep garnet red that absolutely pops under sunlight. And every option comes with that signature blacked-out engine and chassis, keeping the look cohesive and muscular across the board. But what really elevates the CMX850 Rebel is the way it slots into Honda's broader Rebel family. It's the perfect middle ground between the approachable CMX500 and the monster that is the Rebel 1100. For many riders, especially those looking to graduate from a 500 but not quite ready to leap into full leader bike territory, the 850 is that Goldilocks zone, just right. It offers big bike vibes without the intimidation factor. And Honda didn't stop there. For those who want more, there's a full range of official accessories: saddlebags, windshields, backrests, even a touring seat upgrade. You can truly make this bike your own, whether you're building it into a long-distance tourer or a stripped-back urban brawler. It's modular, it's accessible, it's designed to evolve with you. What about the price? Well, here's where it gets even more interesting. The 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel lands at an MSRP of around $9.40 USD, which places it squarely in the value sweet spot. You're getting a bike that feels like a mini power cruiser, loaded with tech, comfort, and versatility, all at a price that seriously undercuts much of the competition in this segment. And given Honda's rock-solid reliability and low maintenance costs, the value proposition gets even stronger. Now, if you're thinking about how it stacks up to rivals, think Yamaha's Bolt, Harley, Sportster, maybe even the Indian Scout Rogue, it's clear Honda took a very different approach. While the others lean heavily into tradition, the CMX850 leans into evolution. It doesn't mimic old-school cruisers, it reinterprets them. It keeps the soul but sheds the bulk. It's not trying to be retro for retro's sake. It's modern in its materials, efficient in its engineering, and sleek in its styling. It's not nostalgia, it's next-gen. Riding the CMX850 Rebel, you get the sense that this bike isn't just built to cruise, it's built to live. Daily commuting? Easy. Weekend canyon runs? Absolutely. Long-distance road trips? Just throw on the bags and go. It's this versatility that might be the Rebel's most underrated strength. Because while other cruisers demand a certain lifestyle, the CMX850 fits itself around yours. Whether you're coming from a naked or sport bike or even a smaller cruiser, there's nothing alienating about the experience. It's inviting, effortless, and just damn cool. So who's it for? The CMX850 Rebel is for the rider who wants something classic but not crusty, someone who appreciates good design and clean engineering, a rider who wants enough performance to stay entertained but doesn't need to fight the bike every time they ride it. It's for the solo commuter, the weekend explorer, the gearhead who loves a good engine note, and the minimalist who just wants two wheels and a good road. At the end of the day, the 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel is more than just a new motorcycle. It's a signal that the mid-size cruiser market is evolving, that power and poise don't have to come with an intimidating price tag or an old-school attitude. This is a new generation of cruiser, one that respects the past but isn't bound by it. Honda's done something special here. The CMX850 isn't flashy, it's not the loudest, but it's cool, capable, and unshakably confident. And in a world full of overcomplication, that kind of simplicity, refined and deliberate, is rare. This is a cruiser for the real world, and it might just be the most complete Rebel yet. And if you're looking for a bike that looks like a beast, rides like a dream, and never tries too hard to prove itself, then the 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel might just be calling your name. This is Bike Culture Hub, and we'll catch you in the next ride.